Questions?
Initially, I'd like to make sure that we recognize Brock's program and what they've accomplished over the last several years, let alone this year. We played them in October, had a hell of a game in their gym, and they're a pretty equal matchup to us, and they pushed us to the limit in the second half for sure, and a lot of credit goes to them, and certainly to Janelle and Danny Elgadi. He's an unbelievable player. They definitely draw extra guys and made us have to defend a little differently at times. If I'm looking at the game, I'm looking at the stats. You're talking about 64 shots for each team. We had 2 more free throws, 25-23. We were +1 on offensive rebounding and +2 on turnovers. Like, the game is an equal game. That game could have gone either way, and we started off well, followed our scout well in the first quarter, and kind of lost ourselves a little later in the game, I think, when things got a little tighter. So we'll have to work on our composure, and we'll be ready for the next one if we do that.
All right, questions from the floor.
Obviously getting the number 3 team in the nation in round 1 isn't the ideal matchup, but can you build off the adversity that you face in this game? Can that actually, now that you've got the W, be a good thing?
Absolutely. I think that's really an important one for us. When we got the draw, frankly, we all looked at each other and were a little shocked by how that would go based on what the national rankings were all year. And we knew we were facing a really good opponent, but we knew we were facing one early, and we thought that draw would be really good for us if we get through this game based on preparing us, like you say, for the next one. To have a bit of adversity out there for sure was great for us, because now I have something that we can use as a lesson for the next game. And we have 2 days, so we can get ready, and then we're going to play a really tough McGill team that we played earlier in the year, and I don't think that the game's going to be any different. I think the games are going to be tough all the way through, and so to have a real tough game early, I think, is a beneficial thing for us. Last thing I would say about the game really is you need unsung heroes. When it comes to winning, at least in the experience I've had, I haven't won the championship here, but to win anything, you need a guy to step up and to hit some shots, and Lucas did that for us tonight. In other games, it's been different guys. In the championship against Alberta, it was Johnny Verone. But you need extra guys, as the scouts are always there. The coaches know your stuff. They know your best players, and they're going to take away, your first or second options, and those guys have to step up in the right moments, and we had that tonight, or this afternoon.
Question for Lucas, actually. You transferred to the Calgary program from Trinity Western. You scored 18 a game there. What was it about Dan and his program that made you want to come and join Calgary?
He's just a winner. It's a winning program. At Trinity, I was able to score a lot and put up big numbers, and we were bad. But you can check the record. I don't want to say it, but we were really bad. And so when I was getting recruited, I was just looking for a place that I could come and just be a part of a winning team. I didn't care about numbers. I don't care about recognition. I don't really want any of that. I just want to be with a great group of guys and a great coaching staff, which they are, and be able to win. So I just want to be able to make those. I told my dad, I was like, I just want to be able to make small plays that are just make a huge difference. When you're 1-19, small plays don't make a big difference anymore. But at this level, like, you can get a tip rebound and it's a huge play. So it's just something that really drew me here, and I'm very thankful to Dan for even having me on the team and everything, and I'm happy that I've been able to help us win a few games. So, yeah.
And some of the shots you hit today were like going out of bounds, falling down, guys coming at you. What do you do in your own prep to kind of get in that mindset where you're just going to put it up when you think you have some space to hit big shots like that?
It's mostly the mustache. So, no, honestly, you can't overthink it. I play the best, personally, when I just go out there and play. Don't think about the crowd, don't think about the stage. I just shoot the ball. I know I'm a good shooter. I can do certain things. But honestly, man, like you just read the defense, you just shoot it. It's not, you can't overthink it. I put all the reps in my life, like tons. So I'm ready. I'm just happy one in, and shout out Mustache for that.
Coach, you and I spoke after the Brock game for exhibition earlier this year. You mentioned how you both were different teams from the year prior, especially the debacle that happened with the wild card last year. How different was Brock for you guys in preparation for them this time around?
Well, I don't think that they're different. I think they've played hard schedule, and so they're prepared to play at a high level. I think we've been fortunate through the playoffs to play Saskatchewan, to play UBC, to play Alberta on our way to this, I think, because those games prepare you, and so we were prepared for the level that Brock was going to play at, I think. When you look at their schedule, and they play Carleton and Ottawa, and Laurentian was good this year. There's a number of teams in their league, Ryerson. It's a tough schedule, and you got to give credit to their capability to be an ultra competitive team through that season. So you know that they've been well tested, and that they're not going to go away, and they didn't. Obviously, I would have really liked it if they did, but they didn't go away, and neither were we. So it was going to be a dogfight, and we knew it. So that game in October was really big for preparing us for them.
Dan, that second half, they really started to get back in that game, and at points started to kind of swing that momentum. And we've talked in the past about guys stepping up, and you mentioned Lucas today, and guys just maybe chipping in and doing different things at different times. And I thought a guy like Lars, who really struggled shooting the ball today, hadn't hit a three all game, but continued to shoot, and finally he hits one late in that fourth quarter, and you guys were able to regain that lead, and you didn't lose it then. That's, he obviously struggled to shooting today, but he come up with a big shot, and you've mentioned that before about just those sort of things. Can you just touch on that, and just, I guess that fourth quarter when they were really pouring things on, how you guys were able to not let it slip away?
Well, it was one of the biggest shots of the game. And like Lucas said, he's done enough reps in the gym, and his job is to shoot it when he's open. So, for him to go away from that because it wasn't going well wouldn't have worked for us. I think they missed what they wanted to do on that ball screen, and it left him open, and he knocked it in. After going 0 for 8 up to that point, were we frustrated with that? Sure. As we know, he's a terrific shooter. But we have the confidence in him to shoot that shot for sure in any given moment, and he definitely has the confidence to do it. Just like Lucas said, they're all a bit sociopathic about it, if you know what I mean. Their consciences are clear. Am I open? Yeah, shoot the ball. That's good. So we can't have guys doubting themselves now with only a couple games left in the season, and Lars didn't do that down the stretch, and that allowed us to win a basketball game. That's a big deal for us.
Coach, looking ahead to Saturday, you guys beat McGill by 20 in the preseason. What was the key to that game, and what will be the key on Saturday?
Well, that was in October 5th or 6th, I think. And we played very well that game. All year, our pace and our tempo and how fast we've been able to play, using our guard play the way we need to, has helped us. McGill has some big guys that we're going to have to make sure that we handle their continuous ball screen action and work through defensively. They're a great defensive club, and we've played them a couple times at the national tournament as well, and it's always been close. So Dave's a wonderful coach, does a great job with his kids. Jennings is a really smart player. We're going to have to make sure we look after him. Paquin can really play, and they can shoot the ball. They're a good team, so we're going to have to win the rebounding and win the possession battle to win that one for sure.
One more.
Looking ahead to Saturday, then they had a bit of a easier path to get there in comparison to you. Do you think that plays into any advantage or disadvantage either way?
Well, I think a close game helps. Like I said, mentally, I think you've been in the situation in the same building. If we're in another close game, then maybe our composure won't be as poor as it was in moments today. So that's something that we can build on. But I don't think that anybody has an easy path in this tournament. You play a conference champion, and UNB was a conference champion here, and they played in this building. I thought that game might have been closer earlier, just because honestly, in my time when we played, you'd come here and you play Acadia. It's a home game, and they've played in the building already, and they're prepared. They've had some experience here, so my hat's off to anybody who makes it to this tournament. And UNB deserves some respect there for sure, and McGill executed well, and we can certainly respect that they played very well today. So both those teams deserve a little check mark there on that, and we'll get prepared and see what happens with McGill here.
Question for Lucas, if I could. What's the deal with the mustache? It seems to be a point of pride, which is awesome.
Yeah, playoffs. To be honest, I've been wanting to shave it for a while. My girlfriend hates it. My mom won't even really watch it on TV right now. But we keep winning. So we're like 8-0 since I started growing it. It's not much, but like for me, this is really good. So I'm proud of it. You can tell that for sure.
Was it a bet with yourself? Is that how it started?
Playoff mustache, man. That's it. And we haven't lost, so I'm keeping it. And if we win at all, I might have to keep it for life. It might be my thing.
Coach tells him to shave it off.
All right, everybody. Thank you. A good press conference.